Hi class, I'm Brittany Lindsay. We all have heard of famous myths from carrots improve your eyesight to eating spinach can make you stronger, and misconceptions as we get older our metabolism increases, or men and women's metabolism is the same. Are these myths? Are they true facts? Are they based on studies? We're going to talk about a few myths, and I'll let you know what I found out, and you can also think about it and tell me what you found out. Do toilets flush differently in Australia? Is there a cure for the flu? When you shave your face, does it grow back darker and thicker? If you eat right before you swim, will this make you sick? And if you don't wash your face properly, does this really cause you to have acne? So let's get into do toilets flush differently in Australia first. Some might think this because of movies or TV shows, but in fact it is false. This has nothing to do with the hemisphere or the way of the world. It has to do with plumbing and how people have done their plumbing differently in different countries. The direction water spins in hand basins, bathtubs, and sinks is determined by how big the plug hole is, and the shape and depth of the basin, tub, and sink. So that's false. So let's get into the next one on how to cure the common cold, or the common flu, excuse me. There is no cure for the flu, because the flu is a virus, and there's no cure for viruses. However, you can treat the symptoms. An example is if you're congested, you can take antihistamines, or if you have a headache or a fever, you take Tylenol. These are ways you can help treat the symptoms. But remember, these symptoms often are the cause of fighting the flu in the first place. Like if you have a fever, this is fighting off bacteria in your body. Your body rises the heat because these viruses can't withstand that heat in your body and then die. So that is not true. You cannot cure the flu, but you can treat symptoms. So let's get into the next one. If you shave your face, does this make your hair grow back darker and stronger than ever? This, in fact, is false. If you think about it, when you shave your face, not that I do, but if I shaved my face, I would cut the hair off at the skin. This would be the shortest part exposed. This would be a blunt cut, causing it to be sharp. This would also be the thickest part exposed, causing it to be thicker. And this would be a piece of hair that was not exposed to sunlight, so it would be darker. So in turn, shaving in itself is not the cause of your hair being darker or thicker. So that is proved to be false. So let's get into the next one. If you're going swimming and they try to make you sit out of the swimming pool before you eat, or after you eat, excuse me, is this an accurate statement? Well, studies have shown that the only need to sit out after you eat is if you plan on doing long-term swimming. An example of this would be swimming in a marathon or a triathlon or some large event. It's a good idea to not eat before doing any vigorous activity actually, or cause that you might get sick. So it's best to wait 15, 20, 30 minutes before doing any activity actually, not just swimming. So again, that myth is false. And I remember growing up in swimming pools, they always made us sit out. Parents always made us sit out, but that's actually a myth. So let's get into the very last one. If you wash your face improperly, does this cause you to have acne? You hear that all the time. Parents say, wash your face will break out. This is actually false because hormones in your body are actually the determining factor of your face breaking out or not. Also, you can overwash your face, stripping the natural oils from your face and causing your body to reproduce mass quantities of oil, and your body won't be able to process the oil, plugging your pores making your faith break out even more. So, that one's false too. All these common myths that growing up we all thought were true. So, we talked about these five myths. And you said, and you think about, my mom used to tell me that, or my dad used to tell me that. But these are all things that are still commonly told to youth across the world, and they're items that's had us confused for years. Oftentimes we hear of home remedies and things that we've always thought is true. So I suggest, if you want to know the truth, do your research. When you want to know anything, don't ever rely on what you've heard from anybody.